Welcome, tarot card readers. April here on Tarot and Witchery with another installment of my Scary Tarot Card series. I have 8 cards in this series, 8 videos. Check them all out. These cards are cards that I'm calling scary, but really they're just thematic elements in them that are more challenging. A lot of times these cards sort of trip us up when they come in a reading. Maybe you're new to tarot. Even if you've been reading for a while, I'm interested in your feedback on what I have to say about these. These are just ideas for dealing with these cards when they come up in a reading. I'm going to give you lots of examples of these cards and working with them, as well as questions that you can ask yourself when these cards come up. So you may want to get a piece of paper and a pen to write down anything that interests you. In the meantime, let's get to it. You may have guessed what the scary tarot card is from the thumbnail. That's the Judgment card. I think a lot of people get really tripped up by this card, and I think especially for those of us in Western society who grew up in Christian households or in a Christian environment, this idea of judgment can be really, really confusing because we have this idea that we are being judged. And so when this card comes up, people have a tendency to go, ugh, yuck. But this is a great card. This is second to the last in the major arcana. We have all the lessons are like coming to fruition right before we hit 21, which is the world where we are embodying everything. And so right before that, what I see happening here is I see that we are coming to a place where there is a loud trumpet in our lives. Something is trumpeted, and we realize that we're being called up and out and into greater things. And you see here, the people are rising from their graves. And of course, this is probably a direct image linked to Revelations, right? To the last judgment, when people are risen up into the new heavens and new earth. But, you know, it's also about you rising up. This, of course, is just a regular Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and here we have the New Vision Tarot. Always start out the same. We have the other side of it, like here we can't really see them, and here they're like, yay, you know, like wow. And that's what the angel sees. I love this like hair of flame that really shows up so much better than over here. This beautiful, like the doves are flying up and around. And there's like this whole realm, like they're in the sea, which is wild. Like, is this coming out of the primordial ooze, like this new primordial soup? I don't know. But again, the jubilation, like the happiness, like here, it's almost like, woe is me. You can't really tell what's going on. But here there's like a yay celebration. Something new is coming up and out of me. Here, I love this one. Hey there, have you ever thought that you might want to study the tarot with me? If so, then you may want to sign up for my newsletter down below. It is infrequent, but I do give course updates when I drop them, and I also give out free spreads when I send out my newsletter. So if this sparks your interest, go ahead and click the link below in the description box. I love this one, the Cosmic Visions Tarot. This is such a funky tarot, you guys. I got this so long ago. Here we have like the alien ships are coming down and they're bringing like this rainbow vision. And there's the all-seeing eye above. I think the eye as in eye, just the letter I, one eye. And here she is down here within the midst of all that. She is looking into the other realm, another world. And it's the meeting of those two worlds, a perfect reflection of the light and dark in equal measure, and then this technicolor being brought to the earth. So almost like a Dorothy over the rainbow sort of thing, like what happens when things become technicolor in your life? So a good question, like, is there a clear note in my life that change is here? Am I being called up and out of who I was? Or is this situation being called up and out? And can I celebrate that? You know, can you really celebrate that? Here in the Tarot of the Abyss, we have Awakening, and it's kind of hard to see unless you're really close. But like there's this body laying here, and then this angel is like pulling it up. It's like having it come up and awake. So Awakening is a really great, this can be, for me at times, this can just be a revelatory moment. Like it's really clear, like, wow, I'm really having a revelation about this moment, about myself, about this situation. And it's suddenly really clear, like, it's clear to me. I like this one from the Fifth Spirit Tarot because it feels really celebratory and very modern and very applicable, almost like revolution has happened, Viva la revolution, and you can even see the people flying up, which I think is interesting, like ascending. But this idea of this banner of revolution or judgment being waved and heralded into our lives is really, really cool. Here in the Star Tarot, and I have a ton of cards here, so I'm going to try to hurry. Here in the Star Tarot, I love this feeling of being a part of that vision. Here's the rainbow. Like, again, it's Technicolor. What's happening is Technicolor. It's very revelatory. And then these two incredible power animals out before. And there's a sense of reverence and awe. And there's also a sense of partnering with it. So how can I partner with this revelation that I'm receiving right now about my life? And then here in the Everyday Witch Tarot, definitely a little bit more whimsical. But again, there are these notes. And so this is another aspect of the Judgment card. Is there a song, a tune, you could even say a flavor running through my life right now that I can identify? Is there a song, a tune, something that I can identify that is running through this situation? And if I follow that forward, does it take me into a new way of being with myself or this situation? Just kind of like a Pied Piper sort of feel to it. Chris Ann's Lightseer Tarot here. You can see her being reborn. And I love this because there is a surrender, a sense of surrender here to this. Surrendering to rising up into a new sense of self. So how can I surrender to this situation in order to really embrace it? Right here, Super Lunaris Tarot. Again, Super Lunaris Tarot. This is the deck that I read with all the time. This is my personal deck, my favorite deck. And I love this. Like, she's on this bridge and like you can see her in the clouds there. I don't know if you can tell, but it's not as though you're not dying. You're seeing an elevated aspect of yourself. Look at this. It's like this complete light being, this cosmic experience that she's having, where she's experiencing herself as so much more than she is just right here in this moment. So what is it about this moment that feels cosmic? How is it that I'm experiencing myself in a new and fresh way? If you're afraid of that, that's okay. It means it's really big. What a cool dream. Dreams should be bigger than what we are right now. They should call us into greater aspects of ourselves. And the Judgment card does exactly that. Last but certainly not least, I have Tarot of Transformation. Again, I have a link to this down below. Love this. She calls this one Compassion. And you see it's like this tree, and the roots go into the water. There's so much going on in here. It's beautiful. It's light. It's just totally like feeding from everything. There's a wind that's blowing. I mean, this is just so cosmic. And it says the lesson that we learn from this is transcending judgment. A lot of times when we feel judged, we judge ourselves, we are weighing ourselves down with ideas of less than. I hope you heard that. Are you weighing yourself down with ideas of less than? Because you're being called to transcend the less than and really allow yourself to rise into something that feels honestly more intrinsic to who you are, really a part of who you are. And so that takes some bravery in this time to really be like, okay, I'm transcending judgment. I'm transcending lower vibe ideas about myself. and allowing, or I'm transcending within the situation, or the situation itself is evolving, transcending beyond what it was. My business is transcending what it used to be. There are aspects of it that can no longer remain. You know, I'm going to be shedding that old shell and coming forth into something that's new and bright and beautiful. So again, look for those threads that are woven within the song that you're hearing. Pull those threads. Like, how do I pull those threads to come into something new? How do I surrender so that I can allow myself to rise into something new and fresh? And again, how can I partner with this time in honor, recognizing that this is a cosmic moment, a cosmic upgrade for me. Thanks so much. If you made it all the way to the end, find a couple horn emojis and put those down below. Let me know what your favorite Judgment card is and what deck that comes from. And I hope that you will check out all 8 of these videos. Until we meet again, may you have the strength to surrender to the beauty of who you are becoming in this new, profound, cosmic moment.